don't need to be fluent. I mean, as long as you learn at least some phrases. As far as what language to learn, I would suggest to stick to Russian, because the parts of Ukraine that we go to, which is central and eastern, well, and southern Ukraine, people still speak Russian, really. I mean, well, Ukrainian is a national language, so of course everybody speaks their national language, but they also know, of course, Russian, because well, they learn it, they speak it. So yeah, I would highly recommend just stick to Russian. If you end up dating someone from Western Ukraine, that's a whole other story. You definitely would need Ukrainian. People in Western Ukraine do not speak Russian. They understand it, but it's it's a complicated situation there. Well, it's not complicated, but it's it's a lot of, it's very nationalistic, and they just refuse to speak Russian for political reasons, which is just which is fine. It's their right to speak their national language. But I'm just saying, there could be some challenges with Russian language on the western border. Everywhere else, you'll be just fine with Russian. And as far as how fluent you need to be before you go, you really don't need to be fluent. I mean, as long as you learn at least some phrases, ladies will appreciate the effort. First of all, they find it very cute, because when foreigners try to speak, your language, it's charming. And also, I mean, all guys say, well, I'm gonna learn the language. Nobody really follows through that, to the end. John himself, just think how many years John been around, how many years John been married to Tanya. He still doesn't speak any Russian. So I mean, just learn a few phrases. But if you're really determined to become, fluent in Russian, it will be challenging to become fluent until you really start speaking it with a native speaker. So until you get there, you're not gonna be fluent. But go ahead, learn some words, learn some phrases. It will be helpful. But in the end of the day, lady would need to learn English. So if she doesn't speak English yet, she would be the one who would need to learn English, simply because, well, you guys gonna be living here. Your Russian is not gonna do you any good. But she would need to be able to socialize, talk to other people, just live a normal life, and it's kind of hard to do when you don't speak the language.
Says, hey Fred, how you doing, man? Hope all is well with you. I've seen some things on YouTube about the difference between Russian and Ukrainian women. Is there really that much difference between the two cultures? I'll tell you what, Fred, I don't think there's any difference between the cultures of Ukrainian and Russian. Ukrainians and Russians think they're very different, but they're not. I've been to Russia multiple times. I've been to Ukraine multiple times. I don't think there's any difference at all. I really don't. I mean, I think the difference between women from Ukraine and Russia is the difference between women from Florida and Georgia. There's just not. Now, here's the thing. Ukraine used to be part of the former Soviet Union. People from Russia moved to Ukraine, started families. People from Ukraine moved into Russia and started families. And people had, children and grandchildren and that sort of thing. And the populations are very, very mixed. And nearly every family in Ukraine has a relative from Russia. And many, many families in Western Russia have family members from Ukraine and other parts of the former Soviet Union. I just don't think there are that many differences.
Men from all over the world as they take a trip and find their future brides. Interested? Learn more at
OdessaWomen.com.
If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Then click on the notice bell to get notified every time we add something new.